I'm just gonna start pronouncing your names just to give it a little flair.
I like it.
Today, guys, we are on our Monday live, and we are talking about embracing your body. Yeah, you got to put it with some emphasis because I feel like this is like yeah, it's that vibe. You just know. You'll see. But so let's get into it, guys. Embracing your body. Now, we talked a little bit before, like on some of our episodes about like, a little bit about the one episode we did about promiscuity and something else. Yeah, about our bodies and stuff and how growing up we were over sexualized sometimes, under sexualized, sexualized, all the words. And so
we did.
Yeah, girl, you was there. You don't remember?
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Amen.
Well, part two.
Maybe I'm in the future. Amen. But
maybe.
Yeah. For me,
no, we did. It was real.
Oh.
Okay.
Amen.
That's trying to gaslight me. JK. I love saying that word lately. I don't know why. Gaslight. Somebody else.
Okay, well, how about let's start with because what are you talking about right now? Let's start with what was a time that your body caused a problem for you?
If ever now.
That was such a visceral reaction. Please, Angel, go first. Please. That was such an extra response. Go first, please.
Well, I will say now, my body has been playing games. Yeah, I'm talking to you. Been playing games because I've been having a lot of like hormone related issues, and like when it comes to my skin, and I literally have just mastered like my skincare. Learning how to take care of it, keep it cute. Right. Then my hormones start playing games, and your girl it's popping out the wazoo, my dark spots, like, and then even my physical body, like I feel so much more tired, and I know this has to do with my eating and stuff. Like I have to train my body back to eating better, but it's just been acting a fool. I'm only 22, and I feel like I'm 50. But
I definitely meant externally.
You said what?
I definitely meant like externally, like a time that like okay. Did I word it weird?
I thought she said tell us about how your body.
Tell us about the time that your body betrayed you, right?
Betrayed you, yes.
No, caused a problem for you.
Oh,
caused a problem.
No, caused a problem for you, like.
Okay, never.
Was it me? Did I word it
weird? I would say for me, mine would go more towards like me being thickalicious. It attracted a lot of just flies,
jealousy, envy.
Sometimes you
too
get
much, honey.
Sometimes you get mosquito blood sucking, and then you get some flies just full of, it just.
I
didn't catch on.
I'm screaming.
You know what? Whatever.
But let's hear from you, Dana. This sounds like
honey.
Like profound.
Amen.
Answer.
Well, I get in trouble for my body all the time. Like even recently, like honey, I got in trouble Thursday for my body. Like at church. Okay, so here's the situation.
Yeah, like
the air. No, actually, the air does not work. Let me preface it by saying this: the air does not work. Okay, we're in the process of getting the air fixed, and we are truly a black church right now. We walk in and it's hot. It's hotter than it is outside in the building. And so me knowing that the air does not work, I wore a skirt. I didn't want to wear pants because I was going to be sticky. You know that feeling when it's hot and you got on pants and you just can't move the way you want to move. So I would put on a skirt. But apparently, because of the curve of the posterior section, it lifts the skirt. Okay. And so they were like, oh, the outfit is cute. However, we might get an email about it. So nobody said nothing to me. Like, nobody approached me. I had this conversation with a friend of mine who had a conversation with somebody, but nobody in leadership approached me or anything like that. They might just be used to me at this point, honestly.
Was the skirt like, were you wearing a mini skirt? Like a...
No. It was a mini skirt is crazy. Now, somebody else maybe would have categorized it as that, but it was not a mini skirt. It actually fell like to my knees, and it had a little flow to it. You know what I mean? But I think with the, because of the curve, it lifted a little bit. So in the back, it looked a little shorter than it actually was.
So what would be the my thing is, you could be up in church and you could have a whole nun outfit on. You could be completely covered from head to toe. What do they want you to do about what you was naturally born with? Y'all just gonna keep trying to make us wear extra oversized outfits, and then y'all gonna be mad when it comes to the cookout and we didn't have to wear this. You know what I'm saying? Because I got it. You know what I'm saying? And when the pastor asked me for my Instagram, you know what I'm saying? You're not
the pastor asked you for Instagram.
I'm just saying, like, what do they want? Like, what's the solution here? Be hot. Be hot. Don't have your shoulders out. Don't have your arms out. Don't have your chest out. So just be completely covered. Right. Okay. Then you completely cover. Don't have it too form fitting, but then don't have it loose because you look saggy. You look like you don't even try. So then, how about I don't come?
Take me off the program.
You can't win for the hoodie,
right? But you want to come. Right. What about the people who don't have nothing else that's in their closets? Like, what about the people that's like they don't see nothing wrong with it? I think it just gets so touchy and can get so messy depending on, again, I think delivery on how you give it. Like you said, it wasn't like something said to you, but I don't like stuff where it can go through the grapevine, and I just, and because that's messy. It's messy, and I think people, and I'm a prime advocate because being in church and stuff like that, I don't care how long you've been in church, I don't care how long you've been serving, I don't care how well you think that you serve the Lord, them folks be messy. They be problematic, and I don't think it has anything to do with you being in church or out of church. I think it's the people themselves that can just be like, all right, this is kind of messy. And on Sunday, I just was talking about people who try to like to manipulate themselves, and they use a lot of manipulation and saying like, oh, well, no, this is just, I'm just talking, and no. But what's the solution? Because my thing is, what about the girls who not really shapely, and then they wear leggings, but it don't look that certain way, but now it look like they wearing a diaper?
Okay, so you said something that I think we all should kind of touch on, because I feel like not only is condemnation a big part of that, but I also think like conviction has a lot to do with it. So I think the role that a lot of people in the church, especially the quote unquote church mothers, that they have taken up is a role of condemnation, where they make you feel like you just shouldn't come. You know what I mean? And of course, that's the goal of the enemy, to make you want to come. But how does conviction play into the way that you dress?
How does conviction play in the way that you dress? How does
like
conviction?
Like our own personal thing?
Now, why are you repeating it like that?
I be trying to understand, because you be asking questions and I'll be sounding slow, like I don't understand it or I don't have an answer, but it be the way that some stuff be worded. So I'll be having to like tell all the little SpongeBobs in my brain, like, come on, we got the answer.
Let me ask you like this. If I don't feel like, because you said it has lots of people, like some people don't feel like they're wrong in the way that they dress. Like if I come to skirt, like if my dress, like the story I just told, some people won't even have their legs out at church because they're like, no, you know what I mean? It's 95 degrees outside and they're wearing full cover up, like covered up to the neck, like many, what do you think, turtlenecks? Yeah, many turtlenecks. I'm saying like fully covered, no arms out. In California, I swear before the Lord, this is what I see every Thursday, every Sunday.
But my thing is, what y'all wearing outside of church? Y'all
okay, same thing, but that's what I'm saying. So yes, so does the conviction only come when you're getting into church, or is it that you should go by the conviction that you have outside of church also? Because if a she gets saved and she come to church, right, and her conviction is, well, I was wearing thongs on stage, but now I'm wearing, a little two-piece set. It might be a little tight, but I'm more covered than I was at work, and that's my conviction. Right. Okay. So that's my point. Like, how much does conviction play into the way that you dress? Should it only be based off conviction, or should you also take in other people's opinions?
Okay.
Go
Go
ahead.
ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead. Go
I think it's a
ahead.
balance because I think a conviction, you can be convicted, like, you can be convicted to wear a thong on the stage. So I think if you're convicted, no, I thought maybe I misheard something. Maybe I
Finish
misheard.
your sentence.
Amen. Because y'all just looked at me like I was
You
crazy.
talking?
I was just in shock. Yeah, I was just a little bit in shock.
But you can be convicted, like if you're a stripper, you convicted to, I should wear this thong. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying the example is, stop looking at me like that.
Okay.
But the example is, if you can be convicted to wear a mini skirt that's your whole booty cheek out. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can be convicted to wear certain things that may not be the most appropriate attire. We know people that have been so okay and so convinced that, like, this is the best way to dress, and it wasn't. And it just they needed a few, like, they needed some, maybe, like, assistance. But it also comes to where you're at in your journey, because I've seen people, even with myself, like, with little things, I'll wear like it's kind of like a crop top. But some things, sometimes I'm like, oh, this is fine. But then sometimes I'm like, mm, why? Never mind.
Okay.
Y'all threw me off. Y'all threw me off.
You just finished. Why you didn't just finish it?
Because I can't articulate my words now. I can't even finish my thoughts. So just completely scratch everything I said.
To your question, I think it's a combination of both. You can take in people's opinions and take it as constructive criticism. And I think it also comes down to the person who gives you these messages and delivers them. I think it has a lot to do with deliverance. It plays a very big part. So for myself, there was an instance where I had went to this church gathering or whatever. And while we was there, nobody said anything to me about this. Like, I came in the tube dress, right? It was hot. We were going, and I actually didn't know where we was gonna be at, but I had it on. Boom, boom. I didn't pay no mind. I think I had a jacket on top. I actually recorded myself while I was there. But while I was there, we had this whole. I'm talking about this whole little mini service. I'm talking about we walking around, praying atmospheres. We doing the whole nine, the whole shebang, right? While we up in there, it wasn't until after my lovely pastor pulled me aside and was like, "Hey, come here." And I'm thinking like, "Hey, what's wrong? You need somebody? You need something?" And she's like, "So what happened this morning when you decided to come to this event in the tube dress with no bra?" And I'm like, dang, I was getting more confident lifting these things up. But it was the way she pulled me aside. She didn't make it no public publication. And after that, I politely went to my girlfriend after, and I said, "So all y'all just been sitting here staring at me all day and didn't say nothing?" I'm talking about, we drove an hour to get here because we was at a hotel. I'm like, we drove a whole hour to get here. Nobody thought to say nothing. But in that time, I was able to take it because of how she delivered it to me and how she and it made me think. And I was just like, another thing that they always kind of like put in reference is be mindful on if you may be going through deliverance, or you may be helping somebody go through deliverance. So you may be the one that's laying the hands or the one that receives the hands laid on. So with that being said, if you are a faller and you are a crouch downer, and you have to think about, when you bend down, is the quarter slot out? Or when you fall out, you know what I'm saying? Like, just kind of being mindful of certain things that I never really put into perspective before, or of, like, you know what I'm saying? Like the jumping up and down and you ain't got a bra. Like, it's some stuff that I just never thought of, but I think it has a very big part on the person, on how they kind of direct you and how they kind of give you the insight, and don't like, "Girl, you look good. You look so pretty today. But next time, try to," you know what I'm saying? Maybe let's be a little mindful, because even though it was pulled up and you couldn't see the slit, I didn't have no bra on. But I didn't think nothing of it. But in your head, we don't get a sign and a notification when she gets hard and when she gets soft. They just do their thing based off of whatever they feeling at that moment. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. Does that make sense?
Absolutely.
I don't know. They don't tell me. You just gotta look and go, "Oh, yeah." That's when you know. So,
and one thing that I've noticed, at least, and one thing that I've noticed, at least in our church in California, the first lady, she dresses a little like she's very conservative. Like I have never seen this lady's shoulder, like never once. You know what I'm saying? Like not that she's like that she's not a, like maybe I don't know, but she's just not like that. Like she's very like that's her style. Is very oversized, very that's her style. And so people who would come a certain way, they've started to adapt her style, which is not a problem. But I think like now they won't dress another way, or they don't feel comfortable dressing the way that they used to come. Not even because they had the conviction to say, oh, this is wrong. Oh, I shouldn't be dressing like this. Because to Angel's point, or I think both of you said it, but like they're still developing. And as they grow, their convictions are developing also. Because like when you were smoking or when you were drinking or when you were partying or when you were being, out there living your life promiscuous, you didn't have that conviction until you got saved. Like that feeling of like your conscience being like, hey, this is wrong. Hey, we shouldn't be doing this. That didn't come until you started spending more time in the Word or spending more time at church or spending more time focusing on God until then. And so now I feel like people have picked up the convictions of another person or the quote unquote style of another person, because you can be influenced by somebody's style. But I think what we don't talk about enough is being being influenced by somebody else's conviction.
That's deep. That's real deep. That's real. That's real deep. Amen. That's deep. I think that's where authenticity plays a big part. You got to be authentic. But I know it's easier said than done, because if you're around people who have their own type of style and the way that they dress, because I used to be a really heavy like leggings girl, and I was a real heavy legging girl based off of my circumstances, based off of comfortability and just easy access. Like, you know what I'm saying? Slide them bad boys on. You know what I'm saying? Now I even got a pair of jeans on right now, but I don't know what my whole I don't know what my whole gene diet. It's a word right there. I got it.
Fiasco. Okay.
I don't know my whole gene diabotic. Dang, you freaking messed me up. Dang it. I don't know.
Debacle.
Debacle.
Is that it?
Yeah. Debacle. I don't know what my whole let me start over. I don't know what my whole gene debacle was, but it was a thing.
That you didn't wear jeans?
Yeah, I was just like wearing like leggings and stuff like that, like because it was just easier, and I didn't want to put no jeans on. I know what was going on. I was eating a lot. I was real. Yeah, I was. Nobody tells you
jeans are so uncomfortable.
Yeah, and don't nobody tell you the truth. That's what we need to really talk about. Don't love me enough to lie. Because I'm telling you, everybody starts saying, "Harry, you look smaller now." When I was I started talking about Aaron. When I told y'all I was big, everybody's like, "No, you look good, you look good." Now that, Aaron, you look a little smaller. I told y'all I was big. Just be honest with me, like, you can tell, you can see, like, you can see
you
it.
Tell somebody they getting big
politely.
Hey, Aaron, you
like, hey, girl, you look. No, you don't gotta go like.
Yeah, maybe fat isn't the word.
Maybe don't say like, hey, girl, you getting big. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't have to. It's just it's delivery, man. It be delivery. That's what be traumatizing people. It's how people deliver stuff to you, because a lot of times you won't be able to hear the next people correct you or give you like these other ways of, hey, dress like this, try this out, or just I think it's just a way that you can do stuff, and people who may have done it before can give you like a bad taste in your mouth. That'll make you go, so it make you kind of unreceptive to anybody else who might be coming in and giving it to you.
Well, you felt that one, huh? No, we're here. Okay. Now, okay. So what I heard partially was that our style changes based off of how we personally feel about our body. Our style changes based off of where we are. But I want to ask you, how has your style personally evolved? Even without you can give that perspective as being a saved person, a saved woman, but how has your style evolved, period?
You want to go?
Um, I don't know. I still dress like somebody's mama. That's always been my style. Always been my vibe. I just trying to dress like somebody's mama that's 22. A
You try to dress
22-year-old.
like somebody's mama.
I'm trying to dress like a 22-year-old mom. I realized I was going like uh church mama that's like 60 versus 20-year-old mama. Yeah. I don't my thing is I just don't I'm still learning how to dress. Like I just want to be comfortable right now because I'm being honest, I mean pretty obvious I didn't gain some weight. So it's a little harder to find. It's not harder, but it's more expensive. And I don't really want to look for or accept that I've gotten bigger. So having the clothes I have, I can't fit a lot of this stuff. And so it's kind of hard to style stuff because it's uncomfortable when I sit in the jeans. So now I can't wear the jeans no more. And then when I wear my blazers, I need to get smaller ones because the ones I have are a little too oversized. But the point is, I went from I dressed like a middle schooler to somebody mama, and now I'm trying to dress like a younger mother.
Yeah, what? There's gotta be another name for that category.
It definitely does have to be. There has to be a difference. Like there has to be.
Mama, that ain't my style at all.
No, what when you think of, could y'all say it? When you think of like you dress like somebody mama, what do y'all think of?
No, you dress like a mama,
a white mama, girl.
I'm trying to give it a treat. But that's what I'm saying. Like that's your style. But they have a name for that over there. Like you're a mom. They name they pants and stuff.
Maybe like Visco girl, yeah, something like that. Like
you like no Visco girl.
I don't know what a Visco girl is. I just know the.
I don't know either, but that felt right.
No, but you're like, and I wouldn't say no, Angel. You got a category. You like a dang it, you like them girls like
maybe 80s white.
Yeah,
she love her some mom jeans.
Yeah, busted
yeah
type of vibes. Like
yeah,
somebody who goes to a PWI.
I'm sorry.
I'm not saying it.
Yeah, like, they wear a dress and they might have some Converse, and it's like they can buy other ones, but these ones got life in it. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. You dress. I think there's a difference between black modest and white modest. You dress white modest. Like you dress like white girls who go to church and they make vlogs. Like that's you dress like that.
You will more likely have a belt on with your pants.
Absolutely.
Belt? No,
precisely.
That's
exactly.
Fashion, vintage.
Yeah, that's what.
Who are you? Because you say you know me from Lane, but who are you? Because I need to know.
Okay.
No, somebody in the TikTok they said they.
I saw CNC.
But they saying she would.
That's crazy.
Armani, I know you, Armani.
She said,
"Wait, oh, you used to wear like a."
Angel been dressing the same since middle school.
Armani the boy.
Not wait. What is dressing like an old church? What is dressing like a church lady in middle school?
Armani, you gotta go. You gotta go. You're getting kicked out, sir. Goodbye.
Okay. So
okay. Hold on. A real question. Okay. So if you don't feel comfortable or confident in your style, do you compensate for that in another area? Like if you know how to do makeup, do you put on more makeup even if you're not comfortable with your style, or do you lean towards more hair, or do you lean more towards your personality? Like, do you overcompensate in another area because of that?
Yeah, I think when I put on some, a little sun on the eye, look a little something, and do my hair, like when I do my hair and stuff, I think it helps a lot because if I don't, I look like a bum. I look crazy. I look ridiculous. I look like a church. I look like this Sunday when I was at church. What was I wearing? Do you remember what I wore? What was I wearing when I came home from church yesterday? What was I wearing? Dang it! What was I wearing yesterday?
Yeah, jeans on.
I did.
I really don't know. I didn't see. I was asleep.
Oh my god! Dang! When it come back,
she just made that up. No, she just made that up.
She just had no. She had this black dress on.
Oh yeah, I had. See, sometimes I dress like my age. I had a black dress, and it was it had like it said dream, but it had like some red. It had stuff on it, and I wore. Oh shoot! But I think I wore my sweater with it. Okay.
Well, yeah, that's what we're trying to
maybe.
say.
Oh my god, maybe it's art teacher. She dresses like a kindergarten teacher.
Oh yeah.
There we go.
Yeah.
I worked hard for that. I was digging deep for that one.
Yes. Overalls, you know what I'm saying? Might even put
with the Converse
together. Yes, you know what I'm saying? Earring, that's the potato, and now it's the orange. Like very like whoa, you know what I'm saying? Like that's her style. Like you know that's it. Yeah,
and I like that style.
That was it.
And that's what I was saying.
That was it. It's cute on you. Like it fits you.
I used to love how my art teachers used to dress.
There we go. So she's art. What is that?
We figured it out.
Artage. Art and vintage.
Like I like it. That's coin it, honey. Start a Pinterest page.
Yeah, I like that. Yeah, that's
exactly. Oh, now you want him to stay. Now you want him to stay. Now you give you compliments.
I always was a fro or curly, a natural hair girl. I sure was.
Yeah,
Miss Frizzle. Dang, not what? Miss Frizzle, was her hair frizzy?
Okay, Erin, what about you?
Wait, Miss Frizzle from Magic School.
Yeah.
That's funny.
I tried to imagine her black, and then I was trying to imagine her playing with Daniel and Kayla. I said, mine. I would say mine is very much. How to explain my style? I'm a two-piece girly. I'm a pretty. I don't know. I would say like a shoot. How would you? I'm a two-piece girly. I'll wear a good crew neck and some Uggs. I'm very simple. You know what I'm saying? Like when you imagine a girl sitting up in a Mercedes Benz and she got like a little couple bracelets on and she got a two-piece set, you think she a mama, but she might not be. But if she do got a son, he matching her too. That's my vibe.
You dress like an influencer. You dress like you belong on the shade.
Literally, like I'm like if you imagine like oh my god, her closet all Fashion Nova. Yeah, probably. You know what I'm saying? But not Fashion Nova itself, but like the theme of like, yeah, very boom, boom, boom. Like it's not gonna give like, oh, she just got the shirt from the thrift store and then matched it up with these Fashion Nova pants and then got these $3,000 shoes. When I get a stylist, but right now, if it was just me, I had to do boom, 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 boom. It's straight up just like when you think of the go kit for an influencer. Middle part, side part, bust down.
Starter kit. Boom. There you go.
Nail done. If I got a tech and she's busting me down, like nice jewelry, neck clean, two-piece set, sandals, Ugg boots. That's it.
Has it always been that way though? Like when you were in high school, did you dress like that?
When I was, if I'm being completely honest, if I don't know if y'all remember, but I used to wear the same color from head to toe. I used to have the same. I used to have like a green earring on with green shirt and like green pants.
Matching.
Yeah, I used to be matching. It's my style just kind of evolved.
With the headbands.
Yeah, my style kind of like evolved
over the ears. Yeah.
And mom, when she had like all them bracelet kits, I used to make my own bracelets that matched it because she had these like little pieces or whatever. And I used to make them that would like match my outfit. I used to just be like green head to toe, purple head to toe, red head to toe. I didn't go out what I knew. You know what I'm saying? I'm not finna no. And then dresses, you know what I'm saying? Because if it's not a two-piece set, a dress, you know? And then if I did jeans, it was more like your Abercrombie, American Eagle, and then I would do like basic tees, like really basic tees, like get every color from Rainbow and the basic on the tee section, basic tee, and then wear it with some sandals. And if I got one pair of sandals, I'm wearing that sandal out. If I got two pair, I'll rotate.
You have always been a sandal girl.
Yeah, silver, gold, and black, and then silver, gold, and black when it comes to the boots, and then brown because y'all know the Uggs is just boom. But it's like ideal me.
It's giving.
I'm telling you. If you look
Influencer
up an
with a dash
influencer
of
on Pinterest,
disco. Yeah.
yep.
Mm-hmm.
If you put an influencer on your Pinterest board and like what will pop up, that's literally what I want to be. That it's just it. Everybody want to be so different. Keep it. This is me. Sister, like really keep it. So
I don't know. For me personally, my style has never really been consistent. I don't think. I feel like when I was going through the style things, it felt genuine. You know what I mean? Until it didn't. And so now, but I've always been a dressed kind of girl. Like I never wanted to go nowhere looking crazy. And so I didn't. Like I was never a bonnet outside type of girl. But I was doing like the sporty thing, like the leggings and the yoga pants with a nice little shirt. My body was crazy back then. It was, I mean, it's still crazy, but it was like real crazy. They're like, where are you going looking like this? Not to art class, like ridiculous. But now I don't really like pants. Like I wear dresses, I wear heels, like I'm like super girly. And when I was younger, I used to be
when you think about it, hear me out. Hear me out, because you might be thinking it too. Because when you think about it, you not the same, but like don't imagine her outfits. Ignore her outfits.
We're on the same wavelength.
Ignore her outfits. Just imagine what she always wear. Mom,
dresses,
but like with some style.
Yeah.
But like literally, like
I definitely got that. But
heels and stuff too. When she like used to wear heels real bad, she used to wear them a lot.
Okay.
She just couldn't walk in that well.
But to her point, when you like super curvy and you've always been that way, wearing pants just ain't the move. Like it doesn't matter. It could be jeans, it could be leggings, it could be joggers, it could be cargos. It's gonna find something to hug onto. Like that's what it is. So that's also partly why I don't like pants. And then I like freedom of dress, because sometimes I do be sitting like a little boy, and you can get a little air, a little aeration. A little something.
a little bit. But yeah, that's why I would express like your style. You very like a and I think, to be honest with you, your outfits, I think you just have a play on how you do certain stuff and like how you mix them together. Like if I had dreads, my hair would probably be in a ponytail or down. That's it. You wouldn't see me trying out different half up, half down, twisted, cooskaloo. If I went natural for a month, 30 days, or 2 days, it would not look right, because it just would not work out for me, because I am a side part, middle part, lower down, boom. Throw this curl over here. Even when my hair is straight, my part is right here. Even when I have my natural hair, it's either here or it's in the middle. It's just that's me. I'm learning different ways to kind of like, expand out on it. You know what I'm saying? When it gets cold, add a little cardigan. You know what I'm saying? Boom, boom, boom. But that's how I would like, everybody's style is so them though. Like you can, but I'll throw on a jean with some sandals. But like once we get into that shoe game stuff, oh, you lost me. Cause you want me to wear like, unless it just like flow. But then like when I get me a good pair of jeans and I like it, okay, let's get the same exact pair in every color. Like there's no need to be trying 80,000 bajillion different things.
Minimum.
Yeah.
So that's what I would say when it comes down to my style.
Okay.
All I need is like buy my Pinterest board. Cough, cough. Anybody?
Come on, Pin. We are Pinterest girlies, honey. We will send each other pins. We will pin each other down, honey. Because I love Pinterest.
Each other down.
That sounded weird. As soon as I said, I was like, dang, let's just move on. let's keep going. Okay. So I feel like our last question before we go into a Q&A. So get your questions ready. But I think how you dress determines the type of man that will approach you. Do y'all think that that's true?
Yeah, to a certain extent.
How you dress? Yeah, I think it does, and yeah, it does, because you know the quote, hard wig, hard soft life. So I think it does.
I'm screaming.
Kind of open them up, but I think it comes down to once you get a good study of it, you know, like how to switch up the environments. You know what I'm saying? Like I know environments wise, you going to Atlanta and you just want anybody named Mamba to holler at you, it's a certain way to dress. You know what I'm saying? And then if you it's actually so many things within things that like play into each other that are like so important that I think comes down to like your style, but it also comes down to the location. It comes down to certain stuff like, you know what I'm saying, going to a baby shower, somebody else's baby shower. You know what I'm saying? And then like what parts of your body that you kind of like magnify or like, you know, highlight and things like that. I think it does like have something to do with the type of man. I think sometimes certain way that you may be dressed can also like make a man not approach you because sometimes they be intimidated. But that's why I be praying for my man that the Lord has for me to be confident that no matter how I look,
to be bold,
that he's stepping. But then that's why the Lord told me you can't go out there looking how you look, and I said, okay, Lord,
we get it,
meet me halfway. So then I'm like, God, it's like, no.
I was about to say, what was the look? What was the look?
Yeah, you used to be on the phone with me. Just run up in the store real quick. That look, just like pajamas outside. The day that man came up here over here to fix the gutters, and I answered the door in my bonnet and muumuu, and I all I could have an attitude. I'm just like, I looked at the people. I said, "Ooh," I said, "Hi, hello." I couldn't even. I'm like, "Hello." I'm like, and he like, "Oh, I just wanted, you know, here for the gutters." I'm like, "Okay." Out of all the days, and then he didn't even knock on the door after and say they was done or nothing. Oh my God. I'm so sorry. I didn't even know how I just did that. How are you?
Can you take yourself off?
Wait, say it again.
It was
it really was an accident. I didn't just be pressing the buttons. I thought I was, oh my gosh. I'm so sorry.
Please remove
May yourself. You continue to prosper in all that you do.
God bless you. Yeah, leave it alone. Let it go, please. This random man sitting there shuffling cards talking about some hello. We're like, oh, every time
how did that happen?
I didn't want to be rude because, like, you know, that was like I had ended up entering a battle, but like it was such an accident. I'm so
looked
sorry.
Like he was trying to read some cards or something.
But I think I don't know if they. I'm so sorry about that. Oh my gosh, I'm just looking. I'm like, oh my god.
Hey man,
and then I gotta learn how to get up out of there.
Out of where?
Out of the things, because like we've just been on there and had to finish the battle. Like,
yo,
so sorry.
I'm cracking up. Hey man, well,
wow, never a dull moment.
Amen. So sorry about that, chat.
Okay, let's open up the floor for some Q&A. We can try to keep it on topic, is what we'll say. If you have any testimonies or questions about style or embrace your body, just go ahead and drop it in the chat.
Yes, let's talk. What are y'all thoughts on embracing your body? I think something, while we wait for people to send in some questions, some tips that I would say when it comes down to embracing your body and style is, and I say this to myself as well, don't get so comfortable with what you've been comfortable with and allow yourself to try new things out. And the most safest place that you can feel to try things out can be in completely new places and can be in your home. And so if you're somebody who is, you know, doesn't walk good in heels, I remember getting an assignment that was like, you know, wear heels. And I'm like, in the house. And it was like, why can't you? And I'm like, yeah, why can't I? But, you know, you can wear heels in the house. You can try out different styles and different clothing, you know, playing, you know, if you got siblings, playing their outfits. And also, too, for those shopping budget-wise, whatever, please, I cannot stress this enough. Do not be intimidated. But the boys section may have some gems, okay? From shoes to clothes to a lot of things. Now, the boys section may be popping. The men's clothing may be popping.
Stuff.
We have a question. It says, what's one thing that you're working towards right now in your life? Hello?
Angel, go first.
Oh, me? Okay. Honestly, I say it all the time. I really want to travel, and I'm working on like getting on my financial stuff and like getting on them brands so I can get up out of here. I'm ready to be in the middle of the ocean. Maybe not the middle of the ocean. That's wild. But be on the beach. I love the beach. I want to be on the beach. I want to go see the Noah's Ark. I want to go see the Mall of America that I don't even know if that's real. I heard that's in Wisconsin or something. Maybe somebody lied. But I want to see the Mall of America. I want to visit the set of Grey's Anatomy, which I'm pretty sure is a fake set, but I know it's based in Seattle. I want to see the actual High School Musical building that is not in freaking New Mexico, but I want to see the High School Musical building. You know, I want to see East High. I want to go to Korea. I'm ready to travel. So that's what I'm working towards in life right now. That's what I'm doing. And thank you, MJ. I appreciate the love.
Okay, well, as a tag along to the question, what steps or improvements have you made to get towards that goal?
I read my Bible this morning.
Amen.
Yeah, my Bible this morning.
That'll do it.
Because I honestly was been holding me back because I could do it. Like what's been holding me back, I be sad sometimes. I do. It just because I be frustrated with like, dang, I wish I was out there right now because I'm 22 and have no friends. All my friends live in different states. You stop laughing at me. You're blowing me, bro. All my friends are in different states, so not being able to, I don't really get out the house as much, so it kind of makes me down. And so I'm like, I need a little revival of the soul so I can be motivated to do things I need to do to get where I need to get. So it's just like a whole.
But she's scary.
I'm not scared.
Yes, she is, because I'll tell anybody, if I ain't had this little boy that I love with all my heart and all my soul, if I didn't have this little boy, you couldn't catch me. You don't need too much. You just need a bed. Like, you know what I'm saying? You don't have to worry about schools. You don't have to worry about babysitters. You don't have to worry about mom guilt. You don't have to worry about none of that. If you need money, send a cash app request to one of your 8 siblings for everybody sending you $10. That's your meal for the next 5 days while you in Thailand. I got $100. Let's make it work. Make you a TikTok series while you done bought you a flight, a one-way ticket to Thailand, and join you a dang on traveling group on Facebook Marketplace where you got to join. And then you tell mom, you say, Mom, this one-time fee of $599 that she spends like it's nothing already, and say all you have to do is imagine that 5 of your kids sent you $100 friend request. Guess who finna go to Korea next week? This one. Got a password, everything. You could have catch me. I'm here because I laid down with dogs and got left with pups. Okay? That's why. Because if it was up to me, I'll be up out of here. But then I'm thinking about them. I'm missing them. I love them. I'm like, yeah, mommy, when you ain't got no dang on kids. Leave. What is stopping you? You don't have no parents. Go say hi to the girl that's at the store and go hang out with her and tell her to pick you up tomorrow. Like, have fun. You sit here hanging out with me, and I'm over here trying to figure out trust funds. What the heck?
Inheritance.
like what? But
open friends and
somebody said, "Are you open to friends in Atlanta?"
Yes, she is. I'll drop her off myself. Jesus. I'm saying, like, I'm 27. At the end of this year, I'm going to be 28, and I have an entire 9-year-old. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you are 22. The world is your oyster. And not that it's not my oyster, but I can't just go to Thailand how I want to for 3 months and not think of Daniel. I will never not be a mom. Like, you know what I'm saying? I can try to be, you know what I'm saying? But it ain't like I can go drop him off with his daddy or something, or leave him with my 3 of kids siblings. He gotta come. He got to ride too. You know what I'm saying? And he don't know how to live off $100 a week. My favorite store, Target. I want Chick-fil-A. I be stressed. So what I'm working on right now in my life is true financial stability and achieving the boss level that I know that like I'm supposed to like hit, because I know who I am. But I play real slow on myself, and I pressed the pause button because I was afraid, I was uncomfortable, and I was hurt. And so in that time that I always talk about, my 3 years, I went through so freaking much. I was stressed out. I didn't move to
Mm-hmm.
everything, and my whole life was just like, what in the world is going on? Because if I could, and I say it all the time, if I could sit down with Ari, who sat there and told herself she was going to go to Philly, I will whoop her. Because what the heck was you thinking? You should have just prayed a little longer. Because you know what I'm saying? Because for real, the girl before that who was I would just tell her like what was happening, but I know what she was craving and needed at that time. But there was other ways that it could have got done, and it delayed so much because in that time there, for those who know, and I've shared it, I went through a literal depression. I did not leave that house for almost a year. There was no furniture, there was no nothing. I just stayed there and kind of just withered. You know what I'm saying? There was no saving. There was just me just well, maybe you should go on a walk. I don't want to go on a walk. The trees out here is dirty. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm from the South. SOUTH. Like,
green down there.
for real. So for me, where I'm working on, what I'm aiming towards right now is like the true fulfillment, the joy, and just the like literally hitting that barrier that I had like not reached before, but surpassing it. Like just really just becoming this my own role model for myself. Like that girl that I'm like, I want to look back at her and go, I'm so freaking proud of you. And of course I love my growth and stuff, but I see now the stuff that I'm finally starting to press play on, that I'm like, I wish we would have did this a little earlier, but I had to make the moves and move from where I was and separate myself from certain things to even get to this point now. Because if I wasn't, I would still be there struggling, not go, you know what I'm saying, trying to figure out how I'm gonna get this, how I'm gonna get that, versus this has been the closest I've been to, I feel like, a freedom and a joy that I didn't think was possible once I had kind of like lost track. And so what I'm aiming towards now is just like this joy, this freedom. And I also too want to explore the world and travel and stuff, but I want to do it without feeling bad that I'm leaving him with a babysitter versus leaving him with somebody who speaks French. Or taking him with me and she speaks French. You know what I'm saying? Like where he's having history classes in Egypt. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, this is where they was. You know what I'm saying? And this is what's going on. And we're trying foods and eating new places. And he knows how to, you know, catch the buses in Africa as well as catch the buses in the UK as well as catching them in the United States. Like just literally knowing. And when I say catch the buses, you know, I'm saying like being able to get around subways, etc., and not feel like
he's worldly.
He's just like he's stuck. Control. I want him to be familiar with outside things in the world, but also I want to have a time. I'm ready for excitement. I'm ready for happiness. I'm ready for laughter. I'm ready to sit with my friends and us not sitting there trying to figure out how we gonna pay our bills and what's the next hustle. I want to sit there. I want to be around people who are smarter than me, making more money than me. I want to be around some women who just like who's putting me hip to some games and not why they guess it. I'm talking about some establishment. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm aiming for right now, of changing my entire circumstances right now. Like I want all new things, but I want them all. Like I want them all that's supposed to be for me to its the fullest degree. I don't want nothing under 100.
Amen.
Amen.
What has changed, or what are you implementing to see that?
You said what?
What's changed, or what are you implementing to see that?
Oh, for sure. Of course, you got God implementing him but not just saying, oh, God, but putting stuff into action. So because of so many things I press pause on, there's hard conversations that I have to have, meaning that I have had to call banks. I have had to call, schools and businesses and actually like start making differences. You know, like what is going on in this school? How can I be more a part of it? You know, where is this extra help? You know what I'm saying? And just not playing around, not just make a list, because I'll make a list till I'm blue in the face. But actually now, like, let's get it done. And doing it outside, doing it despite my attitude, doing it despite my circumstances, doing it despite my environment, doing it despite if I don't got a dang on friend around me to push me, uplift me, take me out to dinner, give me a hug, because I could have used a couple hugs. But it's like when you don't have that, you gotta You know what I'm saying? But I would normally be like, okay, I just need a day. Let me just sit. It's an environment day. But today I felt so many like different attacks happening to me. But I had to know, all right, you don't want to pray. Let's pray right now. Okay, you know what I'm saying? Let's make sure we start our day off right. Let's make sure that we are, we eating right. Drink you a little bit of water. Go step outside if you need to. Play you a song if you need to. Don't answer this phone call if you don't need to. Don't text back this person if you don't need to. And you need to make this call. And although it was so tedious, it was so frustrating. Today, me and Daniel got our appointments ready for the month. We're getting ready for the school that's about to start in 2 weeks. Like things are kind of like they're falling together, but they require me. And Angel is my witness. My face was like, hello. Hi, yes, you know what I'm saying, but I have to do what I gotta do, but normally I would let those things stop me because I'm not in the mood. But despite what mood you in, despite what you don't got, you gotta make these calls because now I don't gotta make the call no more, and now I don't have it lingering on my list about what you didn't get done. So really, I think the best thing is like what I'm implementing now is facing my dang on giants, and I'm doing it despite if I get an applause, despite if I get a I'm proud of you, despite if I get a massage because I ain't got not one, despite if I get a cash app deposit, despite it all, literally just pushing through and doing it. And I've been seeing
I'm proud of you.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
I really am. I'm serious. I'm proud of everybody. I feel like yeah, I think that's to answer the question also on my end. I want to implement so many different things. Like we've all had our time on social media, and I feel like the whole YouTube situation that happened, it was traumatic for a lot of people in differing levels and degrees. Of course, like it didn't affect some of us as much as it did, but it did have an effect on all of us. And so I think getting back into social media on my own, like since starting the podcast, I have not really posted anything on my own personal channel about it outside of like a couple of like stories or something. And I think part of the reason was, I was talking about it today actually, was I didn't want people in my business, because I didn't want the eyes. But it's like, well, what are you doing the videos for if not for people to look at them, honey? Like you're literally using visual content. What did you think they was gonna do? You know what I mean? So I'm like making sure that I put the stuff out there. So some of the active steps that I'm taking to accomplish that one goal is literally posting, literally not worrying about the views, not worrying about who says something, not worrying about who's going to ask you a question or how they might feel about it, but just making sure I'm posting, and then in posting, I'm using that as my tool to get to financial stability in the way that I want to have a very good job. It pays well, but I want stability. Additionally, I want an extra layer of protection and making sure that I can do what I want when I want, with the freedom to do that without being bound to a 9-to-5, if you will. So that's some of my goals, but that looks like long nights, honey. I went to bed at 3 a.m. I had to get up at 7 a.m. to go to work. I came from work immediately. I had 20 minutes to go get ready, and we're recording right now. You know what I mean? And so that's not even including the editing time. That's not including, the meeting that we need to have, just as we always do like a note session at the end of the thing, just to make sure we're all on the same page and things like that. But it's very difficult to get to the place, but at a certain point it will be automated. You know what I mean? But that first wave of getting into the work is always the hardest part. But I think part of that comes with community, which leads us to a question that we have on YouTube. Shout out to MJ, girl. We see you, honey. MJ, we see you, because she dropping. I hope this is a she actually, but MJ, let's just use that, is dropping bombs on YouTube. So we're gonna read some of the comments. And first, the question: did having sisters close in age help you in your walk through life? I would say not always, but now, yeah.
I was just gonna say that. I was gonna say not always, but for sure now, but not always for sure. Because I think we just said it before. Like we've had a close sisterhood, but we wasn't like girl. He just texted me.
Yeah, we was always,
because the ages right now sound like okay, but they wasn't always these ages. Like you know what I'm saying? Like when I was 22. Angel was, you know what I'm saying? I'm 27, she's 22. She done been through a little bit of life. You know what I'm saying? But when I was 22, we got math. I don't know where she was at.
Daniel was what, 3?
Yeah, see, I still had a kid. Dang.
Aries, shut up.
I was screaming. You are so ridiculous.
Hey,
I was
man.
screaming.
Yeah.
But we thank God for you in Daniel's life because who knows where he would have ended up. You know what I mean? Like, you're doing such a great job, honestly. Like, even in the moments where you didn't think that you were, like, that's always been our sentiment towards you. Like, girl, you're doing fine. You're doing amazing, actually.
That's
that's what he's a good boy. Like, he's a really good boy.
But
okay.
he's pushing up on folk, but it's cool.
Her personal feelings.
Yeah, he like his uncles or whatever better, but it's cool.
But I think they played a part later, like in this point.
Yeah,
I think. Well, I don't. For me, I feel like it's a little different because I think it's always been helpful, even when we were okay. Despite, let me see, like maybe before everybody's middle school years, like when everybody got towards their high school years and it started like, I guess like I said, as we started getting older. This is not my day.
Yeah, it's when we got older, for sure.
Yeah,
I think we could talk about certain things without it being like, I would say Juliet and Kayla. I feel like I'm a great sister because, like, well, you know what I'm saying, I ain't had no older sisters to know, like, but I feel like we do a great job of like the sisterhood, stepping up, making sure y'all don't look a mess at least 24/7. Try, you know what I'm saying, what we can do, what we try to do, you know. But y'all got parents. But outside of that, I think it's just one of those things where the conversation as Julie, as she's getting older, she's starting to understand stuff a lot better, but she's not understanding something at 13 or how she will understand it when she's 21. And I'm talking to her about certain stuff that's like yeah, girl, because right now you tell her something, it's like thank you, Pookie, but I got it. And you like, somebody would throw me in 8th grade, you never gonna see these people again. You know what I'm saying? Because that's my advice. I'm like, you never gonna see these people again. You might run into one or two, but I'm like, it's a whole world out there. Some of them might not even graduate. Some of them might move. You don't know their livelihood. You know what I'm saying? Your best friend mom could get a job in Alaska tomorrow. Her dream job, she working her whole life, gone like that, out of there. You don't even know. So I think it's just like the ages now help a lot because we've been experienced through life, and we opened up a lot about more because so much stuff started happening where we couldn't really trust outside people with the information. You know what I'm saying? And you couldn't just call some, I don't know. That's just kind of how we was raised too. You was like, you know, like you keep the problems in the house, but unless you trust them. But yeah, even then you still got to be mindful because people still people. Again.
Yeah. Ish said, what would you recommend wearing to a job interview as a teenager?
Pants.
Teenage clothes. Yeah, pants.
Yeah, like slacks, like something.
Yeah, and then them flat shoes.
Yeah,
y'all know what I'm talking about. Them flat shoes. That's what I would suggest. Where don't let them see your toes. Some slacks.
I was about to say no toes out, honey. Yeah, like some ballerina flats or something.
Like keep it basic.
I want to say who the people? Maybe like a Chick-fil-A outfit.
Yeah, they got like a
yeah, like a collar shirt. Yeah,
just real simple.
And I honestly, not too much makeup either. Like you want to look nice, but you don't want to look extra. So you want to keep it like a super basic face, and maybe I wouldn't even do like a crazy lip. Like I don't consider this a crazy lip. It's one of my basic like signature lips, but I wouldn't do anything with color or even like super glossy. I would just do maybe like
until you get your third paycheck.
Yeah, until you're hired.
Don't go in there and talk about some. Nah. Do you have transportation? Yes, I do. They do not even know how you get to work. Get there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, how did you do today? I wanted to make sure I Uber because I just wanted to prepare in the car. You know what I'm saying? Uber and Lyft is real. You have transportation. It's not their job to know if you paying a car note or not. Okay. You know, you don't know on the spot. Watch some YouTube and TikTok is your friends. Do the mock interviews and stuff. Just be yourself.
Yeah.
But again, if yourself is, well, you know what I'm saying? If the customer's always right. I was wrong in this situation.
Honestly, lie a little bit because you don't feel like that. That's not, nobody in
Yeah.
retail or in customer service ever feels like that, but they want to hear like the test answers. You know what I mean? Like they want to
Yeah.
hear the I would I would first check myself and, make sure that I'm answering from the right headspace if a customer greeted me with an attitude. And I would still, make sure that I'm nice and warm and lie.
Yeah.
Not lie, but like
And a lot of
a
stuff
little
that you
bit.
may learn on or onboarding and the walkthrough is real cute. It's like, but you don't need to tell them. So, like, wouldn't it be easier? Do that when you start work, because you're gonna find stuff that's like a wait. I'm sorry, we're taking the trash outside here just to bring it back in the inside when we could just do this all at one time at night. But you're gonna have different managers for stuff. You just gotta go. You gotta be adaptable. You gotta be able to just kind of what's the camouflage and had that little chameleon
Yeah,
effect.
like a chameleon.
Yeah, you have to just be able to adapt. So if your manager is giving you, I don't care how lax they are, you need a job. They work there already. That ain't your friend. You don't know them. You know what you got to handle.
Well,
You
there's
said
two more questions on YouTube. The next one, MJ said, "What was your story in falling in love with Jesus? Did something specific happen, or hey,
Happened to you.
oh, to you? Okay, thank you. To you, if personal, don't need to answer. No worries. Who wants to start?
Um, I've always this is the thing. I've always loved Jesus God, and I've had instances. Even my first instance was I had lost this watch. And Jesus always showed himself when I'm in need. Hallelujah. So I had lost this watch that my stepdad had gave me. And I'm talking about, I kid you not, I kid you not, the watch was gone. And I was crying, I was sad, I was everything in between that you could ever think of. And I remember I went into prayer and I said, Lord God, please help me find this watch. Y'all, would y'all believe the watch was on my arm up here? How? I didn't feel that. Looking around, moving around for this watch all over the place, and it was on my arm up here. I said, "Oh yeah, we locked in." Jesus. But as I got closer to him, as I got older, is my love for him got deeper in those moments where stuff for me got darker. So it was when stuff for me got darker, and then when things start getting darker, and it was like a hey, I always been here. It's just like one of those things where you think you're in a room alone. It's like a hey there. You like and it's just like that was Jesus. He was there. So I think experiences in life allowed me to keep falling in love with him. And then as I started reading and actually dedicating time to him, especially at the very beginning when I say yes as an adult and not yes as a little kid, it was always music that made me fall in love with him, because I could, when songs would play, the way that would make my body feel, and I would just like, oh my gosh, he's so amazing. But as I developed my own personal relationship and I started really breaking down the suffering, the persecution, these things that this man went through, you know what I'm saying? And still follow through on my behalf. And I'm thinking about when my pinky toe hurt, when I get a cramp, when I get a headache, and what I'm willing to not do. It just made me think like, no matter, there's nothing that was outside of his reach for me. Like there was nothing that I could have done. There was nothing that could have been done to him that would ever make him not love me and not show up for me and not be there for me. And that made me love him more, that he loved me when I've been unlovable.
I think
what about you, Angel?
For me, it was how he loved me through people, because I don't just thinking about it kind of made me want to cry. Just the way he loved me through y'all, the way he loved me through really my siblings, because y'all, specifically y'all two, y'all really he really showed up through y'all, and it's just undescribable. It's like it's just like, why, it literally just be the smallest things, and it's be like, I don't deserve it, but it's just, he just be giving it all the time. And I know he uses y'all too very much very much to show that love. And that's my process of falling in love. That's what kicked it off, and now I'm just, we having our little own time or whatever. But yeah, I think that's how I started falling in love with him. I started realizing, wow, like he like, even like thinking of the situations in my life before I even received him, before he called me, I was just thinking of the situations that's happened, and stuff that happened now too. I'll be like, huh? He's so forgiving and so loving. Girl, I'm about to cry. He's so good. And I just, even in the moments where I doubt, I can't imagine a life without Jesus. It's like it just depressing without him. Like I can't. So yeah, I'm gonna stop because I'm about to bust down. Like he's so good. He's so good. And I don't understand why how he like us nappy headed kids. I really don't understand it, but that's what make him so good, you know? That's what make him so good. Amen. That question just hit too much.
Oh, God. I'm so sorry. Like I promise you, it's not what she's saying. It's just be like
it's really not. It's not at all. We're just related. We're sisters. Like that's just.
it just be like, amen, amen.
Okay. Well, for me, mom raised us in church. Like we didn't have a church, but we were raised knowing about God. Like, but we did have a church at one point. And I remember every week when we would go to church, they would do like a quote unquote altar call, and they would go like, if you want to give your life to Christ, I would give my life to Jesus every week. I was in that line every week for as long as we were at that church. Should be that church. Every week with Miss Missy, every week I'll be up there in that line. Where Damon is so nasty. Damon, when he swallowed that goldfish, like, what is wrong with you?
He did not swallow it, girl.
What he do?
He did
swallow it.
No, he got to keep it.
Oh,
it's just nasty. Yes. Period. Because he was sick, wasn't he? Anyway, that's not the point. Anyway, so. Because that's nasty. Now, you don't know where that bitch been.
Thought about that. They had all. Come on, next.
Okay. The point is that like we've known about our whole life, you know, and getting to the point of knowing him for yourself is really the chef's kiss of it all. You know, like Angel, we've all had our own encounters. But God really saved your girl's life. Like, girl was living a life that was not conducive for the Holy Spirit to dwell there. You know, like it wasn't given. Like he physically saved my life a couple times. Huh?
I said I was saying.
She said she was 2 winters from stripping.
2 winters is crazy.
No, I can't wait till Damon go in here full testimony because she was 2 winters away from a lot of lifestyles that we just don't know.
2 winters is too far, honey. I was a couple of days from a couple of things, like legit. Actually, I've told this a couple times. I was about to start a whole online edible shop. Like I was literally about to become like a not even low key drug dealer, like legit.
She was
like I was days away, literally days away, and it wasn't like a little bit. Like I had the connection set up and everything. Like they was like, we're ready to send it, and God was like, get her. Grab her before she did this. So I don't know, like there was some encounters, and then like I had some accidents where my life was literally saved. Like your girl should have been dead, legit. Like when you sing that song, like I shouldn't. Your girl really should have been dead. You know what I mean? Like just some moves that he orchestrated that literally saved my life. You know. So yeah.
He's been good all
there definitely some encounters. Definitely some encounters.
I love seeing how he interacts with other people too. That was something real big for me as I got older and I started seeing, especially like once I got close to people, because I don't really get close to people. If you've been in these recent podcasts, I've learned a lot about myself. But I don't really get close to people. But when I do get close, I love seeing God's hand. I like seeing it play out for people. You know what I'm saying? Because you see like somebody praying for something. And I think a good but a good example would be like my best friend Sade, being side by side with her and watching her pray for stuff, and then God come and do it, and I would be sitting there like, what? Like it just I don't know. And I love testimonies too. Hearing people's testimonies like wait, I'm sorry, you used to be a crackhead? Like like for real, like yeah, like walking on the streets, everything, no shoes type of vibes. You like, wait, what? And then you up here a completely different person. I just love the transformation that when people really go through the transformation, what happens. And I think even watching y'all go through it was so beautiful because um at the beginning of my walk when I had first got into ministry, it was they used to have these meetings like all of the time. And I remember Dana, she used to be like, y'all on the phone again? And like we just be on there praying. It was my birthday. We were on it was a 6 p.m. prayer, and everybody named mama shifting and shifting and shifting. And I'm like, oh my, it would just be prayers on prayers on prayers on prayers. Meetings and meetings. Meeting from 8 o'clock that's supposed to be over at 9. It ended up at midnight. It was just so much. And then to see now them be in ministry is just so amazing because it's like a Dana be at church from dusk to dawn, you know? But she used to be like,
they kicked me out. They kicked me out.
Yeah, so
it's just, like they literally be like, why are you here?
And
to the point,
yeah, I think it was just one of those things that watching y'all go through y'all like relationship with him really just like gave me even more motivation because you start seeing like the trickle down effect that started happening in our family, like the church music, the relationship, and it was inspiring. It was inspiring. I'm grateful because this would have been a definitely different walk because we was on two different paths. You know what I'm saying? As Dana was setting up shop, I was still debating if I wanted to be in the shop or not want to be in the shop. I was confused. It was a lot, man. It really was a lot.
I was getting there. If the Lord didn't snatch me up, I was getting there.
For sure. But he came, he got us though.
Amen.
It's okay, MJ. We're thankful that you're writing a lot. We love the conversation.
And welcome, Asia. Welcome Pookie. Well, y'all, it's getting late.
What happened?
Say what I do.
What happened? It's like no.
Hello, not real? Because she's making.
You look
faces.
A little frozen. It's okay. You just sitting there, maybe reading.
She said, "I don't even know how to do the face." Amen. Okay, well, it's getting a little late, Pookie Wookies. This has been that's what it was. It was the Pookie. Well, it's been enjoyable. It was okay. Well, we've enjoyed chatting with y'all, and we want y'all to stay tuned with us. Make sure you guys email besoforrealcast@gmail.com if you want to be featured on the Mocha Letter on the next episode. We have episodes dropping every Friday,
and Monday
lives. Every Monday we are live at 7 p.m. Eastern time and 4 p.m. Pacific time. And yeah, if y'all want to know all the people on TikTok, we are live on our podcast. It's the Three Sisters, Ari, Dana, and Angel.
Hey.
We're called BSFR Podcast. Make sure you guys subscribe to our YouTube channel. Follow us on TikTok, Instagram, all the things. We're on Spotify, everything. So just tune in, listen, go on your walk, do your yoga, do your sleep or medicine, whatever you're doing. Listen to the podcast while you're doing whatever you're doing, and just tune in with us. Join the sisterhood. So we love y'all, and we hope y'all have a blessed, wonderful night. We hope this blessed you guys. So we'll talk to y'all later. Deuces. See you next Monday. Oh, this Friday.
I'm running up. Yay! I love y'all. I'm gonna talk to you.